Good morning. I didn't see you guys come in. Hi. I'm trying to decide if the overhead lamp, the light is too bright. There's without it. It's a little bit sunny today. It was raining all morning. We'll see. If you want it on, then just let me know and I'll walk over and put it on. All right, so today we're going to do this one here. It's going to be so fun. Okay, so I kind of changed my plan a little bit. Hello. The light was perfect, so go put it back on. Okay, I'll go put it back on. There we go. I'm not changing it. All right, so I've kind of changed my plan a little bit because we were gonna do the straight stitches over there and over here to make this look kind of like a Christmas tree, like a pine needle type situation. We did it last year for these and they kind of looked like this with the different colors. And up here, so this was last year's hoop, last year's holiday stitch-along. Obviously, I have not finished it yet because I was supposed to candy cane the letters. Don't worry about that. Just look at this. So we were going to do this kind of a thing. But then I thought, let's do the lazy daisies on this one. And then later when we do them around here, it'll be really easy because you will already know how to do it. Because we're going to do a little wreath there so that you can choose which one you want to do for this one. So first we're going to do stem stitch with brown thread. This is only a little bit darker than the thread I used yesterday, and I'm going to use 3 strands for this one, for the stem stitch. So I'm going to show you how to do it up the trunk of the tree, and then we're going to do each one of these. Just kidding. I'll probably do each one of these first because that works better with the flow of the piece. So here we go. So with the stem stitch, it's almost like overlapping stitches like this. And they're going to do a little twisty twist. Good morning. So here we go. I'm going to start at this top at the very tip here. And normally with this, I always say you're going to put the loop on the hump. So if you have a circle like this, your loop's going to go this way. It'll make sense in a minute. Your loop is going to go this way. If you have a circle like this, as I knock it, give you all whiplash, the loop is going to go this way. Now we have a loop on or a curve on both ways. Yeah. So we're always just going to keep it up, and that will solve the problem of like having to try and switch it, or because we have a hump that goes up like this and we have a hump that goes down. So what we're going to do is pull it through, put your loop at the top like that, and go 1 stitch length. Now I like to keep these a medium stitch length. And what I mean is that if you make them too long, you're not going to get a curvy effect. But if you make them too short, it's going to look like really, really twisted, and you're going to be there forever doing these stem stitches. So you don't want them too long, but you don't want them too short either. The shorter you make them, the more twisty it's going to look. The longer you make them, the less twisty it's going to look. What is the sun doing? I don't understand. It was so nice and gloomy earlier. It was like the perfect light for stitching. And now it's like, lordy, lordy, it's 3 strands we're using. So you're going to make your loop and you're going to come up in the middle of these 2 stitches. It doesn't have to be exactly in the middle, just in the middle of them. Okay? The rain was so loud. Sarah said the rain was so loud though. So we've done the 1, yeah? You're going to do another loop, and from here to here, you're gonna make the same length of stitch from here to here. So really you're only going up a half of your stitch length that you did from the first one. So go up your little half. So again, here to here should be the same as here to here. So you're just like slowly working forwards. Keep your loop there, and you're gonna go up right where you went down from the first stitch. And if it's not right on the money, meaning like you don't have to go through the same hole that you went down in, you just want it to be close. Of course there's a knot on the back. Yeah, I'd make another loop. Seriously, it's so sunny. Veronica just said this is the first sunny day we've had in about a week. It's 100% true. Like, the weather's been absolutely horrible. I really don't want to complain, but it's making it difficult for you guys to see. Oh, I swear, I'm going to get some blinds, or I'm going to like make some. So you're just going to continue this all the way through. So I like to kind of think of this as like a reverse back stitch. So when you do a back stitch, this is kind of what it looks like on the back. So let me flip it over and you can see what the back looks like. It literally looks like a back stitch. 1, 2, 3 stitches. And on the front, they're twisted. Hi, George. Okay, let's sort this out before I go any farther. What's in the world? Okay, got it. Giving me some grief. So there we go, back with our stem stitch. We're just making sure that the loop is on the top in all of them. This is also called the outline stitch sometimes. I know that in like the Bayou tapestry, we talked about that in the Cosy cabin or cottage because we used that stitch. But we talked about that earlier. I know that in that tapestry, they use this stitch as an outline stitch a lot for like everything. So square things, they could do it along the edge. It's a lot of times used to like clean up the edges. Oh, I wish I could get this light to be better. All right, so here we go. On the other side, so we've already started at the tip here. So obviously we can't start at the tip again like we did. So we're just gonna go 1 stitch over. And go back to the tip. And then do your loop. In the middle. Pull it through, make your loop. Now again with these, we really don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to have the fabric to be puckering up. There we go. So we've just done the very tip top. Yeah, so I'll leave the stem to the very end. We'll just go straight over here and do this next one. You can jump down as well if you like going from the tip in. That's also fine. I can do that if you want. Again, with the dark thread behind, we are going to cover these up with, well, I chose like a dark green, and they're going to be detached chain stitches. So we are going to cover all of these things up. So you don't have to really worry about doing that. But if it really bothers you and you're like, oh, I really don't like to have that there, then you could always like twist your thread like weave your thread on the back up towards the top. So I know that Karen's not watching right now, but she's doing a light blue organza hoop, and organza is see-through, so you really have to be careful with where you put your stitches, because you can't just jump around all willy-nilly like, oh, I want to go over here. Oh, I'm going to add something over here. You really have to plan out all of your stitches because you can see completely through the fabric. So Karen, if you watch later, that's probably something that you're going to have to do. So you're going to have to go to the end with your stem stitch, and then on the back, weave your needle through the stitches that you've already done, and then go down a little bit and do it that way. Take some brain power. All right, Sarah says, we went to see the Bayou, that's exactly how you spell it, tapestry, on a school trip when I was like 13. Definitely did not appreciate it at the time. Maybe one day I'll go back. I would absolutely love to go. When we're allowed to travel again, I think we should make a group trip, and we can all just meet there. It's work related, right? For me. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? I would love to go see it. It's in France. There's a replica in Reading Museum in the UK. Oh, I didn't know that. Sarah, that's closer for us. That sounds awesome. Road trip, yes. What? Okay, so for the green little branch, or not branches, Tori, for the green little leaves or pine leaves, definitely choose what you want to do. I've shown you the hoop from last year, so you can have a think of if that's what you like or if that's not what you like. So if you want to do the pine, make it like a pine tree, then you just make small little stitches just like this, but you're going to use way less strands. So again, it might be something that you work on at the weekend, or I almost just said after school. I don't know why, but it might be something that you work on after work. Catching the live for the first time from Western New York. Welcome. So please don't think like, oh my goodness, she's making us do so much work today with all of these little branches. I'll show this again just because I know some people have just joined. So here's one option. You can make it like this. This was 2 strands, I believe. 2 strands of a light color and 2 strands of a dark color. And so I went in with the dark color first and just boom, 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 boom. And then the light color second, boom, 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 boom. Just straight stitches all around. Here's another one. You can also do the detached chain stitch, which is what we're going to do. So it's going to look like this, but not as planned out. So this one is like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. But we're going to make ours a little bit more haphazard, you know? Kel says, I'm also catching it from the US for the first time. Probably should be asleep. Oh my goodness. Melanie, she's from Western America, like the West Coast. And she always has insomnia, so she always comes like, I'm pretty sure she's still here unless she fell asleep. Which she does sometimes. But she's always like, I can't sleep, so I'm gonna watch the live. It's like 2 a.m. and oh, I don't know how you guys can do it. Ye by Creative says the wreath is so beautiful that you're showing. Thank you. This was the stitch along from last year. So it's, yeah, there she is, Mel. So yeah, that's the stitch along from last year. It is still in the shop. All the videos are on YouTube. So if you would like something to do after this is finished, or if you're like, I don't want to do 20 minutes of stitching a day, I want to do more, then of course you could go and do a different stitch along if you wanted to. Okay, I'm about to give up on these branches because I feel like you guys get the point, and show you the next part. So we've got UK, Greece, Sweden, US, where else? Very international bunch we are. Yeah, I love that though. That's so cool. Jessie was up last night. She got sick in the night. Luckily, though, she went and nudged me, so I took her downstairs, and she went outside and did it, so I didn't have to clean it up. But I don't know what's going on with her. Last October, she had this, like, sick thing. I think it's because she's part German Shepherd, and they have really sensitive stomachs. So I don't know if she's eating something weird or what's the deal, but Germany here. UK, Greece, Sweden, US, Germany. That's amazing. I could have like never thought that this was going to happen. Do you know what I mean? Looks like I need another one up here, so I'm just going to jump up there and do that. Then I'll do the leaves, I promise. Looks like I forgot to put one there. And then we'll go up the middle towards the tip. For this one, just choose which way you want it to go, okay? You don't have to. This is what it looks like, because you can see through. It looks crazy. But you don't have to do like, oh, it has to be on the left or it has to be on the right. Just choose this side and continue it all the way to the top. And for straight lines, I do like to make mine a little bit less twisty. So I like to make the stitches a little bit bigger. But that's, again, that's up to you. And you know what, guys? We have a lot of first-time stitchers as well. And I am completely blown away by everyone's hoops. Like, I feel like I've already said that this week, but it's so true. I'm just like, you're kidding me. I think some of you are lying to me with this whole, I've never stitched before. Because y'all are nailing it. Ooh. Okay, and then for the very last one, when you're finishing, I always like to do a half stitch just at the end to make it look twisty all the way up. Okay, so let's flip it over. So the back looks like a back stitch for all of the leaves, and then obviously I've jumped around all of the branches, twigs, the wood parts. And you don't have to use brown either. You can use all green if you want to just do green. Okay, so now I've got the green color. I chose a really dark green. I haven't got the color number. It is very, very dark. Look at all that hair. It's because I dropped it on the floor. And then it's got a big knot in it, so I couldn't wind it on the clothespin. So, clothing peg. Yeah, so this is the color I'm using. And then we're just going to do some little detached chain stitches. So these are going to work like this. I'll show you one at the tip here, and then we'll work our way up on each side. And again, you can do even a mix of straight stitches and detached chain stitches. That would look nice as well. So what you're going to do, maybe I can zoom in a little bit more, and then that will take the sun away. Nope, It didn't work. Didn't work at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a loop and go right back down where you came up. And you're going to keep that loop like that. Freaking Jessie with all of her hair. Now these are going to be really, really tiny. So if you do your next stitch really far away like this, that's how big the loop's going to be. Yeah, because we're doing the stitch inside your loop. So what you want to do is keep them small, like little leaves. Okay, you're going to pull it snug like that, and then do a little tacking stitch on the other side. This is 3 strands again, yep. So just on the other side of that thread. The other side of your loop. So there you go. I know sometimes if I put something dark next to it, it'll like lighten. Yeah, there you go. So see, you've got your loop and then you've got your little stitch. So there you go. So we're just gonna work these up. You can have them like really spaced out if you want to, or you can make them a little bit more bunched together. You can make them sticking straight up, like that way, or that way, or you can make them all kind of pointed down, like towards the very tip of your branch. What's this? What's this I see? You can do one side and then the other side, or you can go back and forth to each side. You can cover the branch like the wood part that we made, that like the stem stitch, meaning you can make them go over. Does that make sense? So you would start on this side, but make your loop on this side so it kind of like covers a little bit. Good morning, Carrie. Or you can say, I do not like this at all, and I'm going to do the straight stitches again and make them look like twigs, like pine trees. Man, Jessie's hairs are everywhere today. Drop that thread and it's not being my friend. I'll move it down in just a minute because I'm getting to the very top, you know? There's lots of ways that you can do these though, as far as like where to place them to make them look how you want them to. Like in the example earlier from the other wreath hoop, obviously they were like in sets of 2 right across from each other. So it made it look a little bit more like planned. I was just thinking I might have to move my lives back over to the other section because this is not nice. As long as you guys can see, right? That'll be fine. It's fine. Now, the only real thing that you need to worry about with these is making sure that if you want the point where the leaf is going to touch the stick part, if you want it to be pointy like this, then you need to put your needle up and down in the same place-ish. So it doesn't have to be necessarily the same hole, but it should be approximately the same place, you know? If you put that, when you go up and go down to make your loop, if you put them apart like this. You're actually going to make a V like that instead of having a loop like this. So something to think about. These can overlap as well if you need them to. Now we're only using three strands, so they should be quite small. What is going on back there? Just typical me making my thread super freaking long. Woo. So there we go. That's basically it. So we're going to fill all of these. Like I said before, this is definitely, it's not all like due today, if you know what I mean. Like do a couple now, do a couple later, do a couple next week. You do not have to fill all of these tonight in preparation for tomorrow. So please keep that in mind. I really don't want you to like be stressing out about this or feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so behind if I don't do it. You don't have to, oh, Guten Morgen. We have another person from Germany then. I really love it when y'all like say hi to each other and stuff because it's like, oh, you guys like made friends. Like from all over. Last year I had written down that I wanted to do an ornament swap. But obviously with coronavirus, that's kind of out the window, isn't it? Probably sending each other things from one household to the next is probably not a good idea. But I was like, that would be so cute. And you could do like a hand-stitched one, or you can make one, or you could buy one if you wanted to. And then you could have like an ornament from like a pal from somewhere else, like around the world, you know? That's what I had written down last year. But obviously, it ain't gonna happen, is it? I'm from Greece, actually. Oh, so it's Kalimera for us. It really feels like a community tour. Well done. Aw. Melanie says that would be great. Getting a little bit close to the roof here, but that's okay. The Crafty Miriam says, oh, that would have been super cute, right? I feel like, I don't know, it's a bit risky because like I would never want to be like responsible for spreading it around. Do you know what I mean? Like just to be safe and everything. But yeah, that was in a notebook I found with Christmas ideas for next year. You haven't missed the whole thing. It's long today, Jamie. Going around this chimney is annoying. Why did I put it there? It's gonna look so cute though. we were just talking about an ornament swap that I had on my like next year fun thing list that I found last year. And now obviously coronavirus, shouldn't really be swapping ornaments. I guess it's like no different than like the mail though. Like I'm sending you packages, so yeah, I feel like it's just a bit late. Veronica says possibly not arrive now by Christmas, so keep the idea for next year and we could be super organized. That's what I thought last year. Oh. Yeah, especially if it's going to go like all over the world and not just like, you know, like Scotland match with Scotland, America match with America, England, you know? I don't know. I'll have a think about it. See what we can do. Someone said, I would like to try and stitch an ornament. Well, you are in luck because the ornament pattern only from my ornament kit is coming out today. So have a look in the shop this evening. Obviously, I will like announce it as well, like when it's up in there. But there's going to be 2 different ones, just like the kits. So there's the Holly Jolly Trees ones, and then there's the Snowy Noel ones, and it'll be just the pattern. So there's a limited number of kits in the shop. I think there's like 4 of the ornament kit left for the one, and like 7 of the other. So if you wanted the actual kit, I would go and grab it like as soon as possible. But the pattern only is gonna be up in the shop tonight. So I can't wait for that. I was trying to do it last Sunday actually. Oh, but it was not working for me. Ooh, lots of people are saying they're excited. Okay, that's good. So obviously you have to get the fabric and stuff yourself. Okay, so they're not going to be like exactly the same, but the designs will be there. And and there are videos of me stitching up each of the patterns as well. So there's 3 videos for each kit / pattern. Yeah, because there's 3 designs per pack, per pattern pack. So you can go on YouTube and type them in, or if you have them on your computer, if you download the pattern to your computer, then you can just click the link and it will take you to the YouTube video. They are private YouTube videos, so you can only get to them if you have bought the pattern or the kit. And they're just short little, I think they're like 20 minutes long or something. And they show how, if you would like to use variegated thread, they show how to like use the variegated thread in a way that gives you the colors that are shown in the ornaments. Am I making sense? I hope so. I'll show you all the ornaments in a minute. So this is what we have so far. And I'm showing you the ornaments because I have them right behind me. So there we go. So we have this one. That's the trees. I don't remember what packs they're in, but then we have Noel with the colors. Yeah, so I show you how to do the solid pink to the light colored solid pink using just the variegated thread. Then we have the snow globe. Then we have Holly Jolly. We have Snowflake, and I'm missing one. Where is it? Here we go. And then we have the Joy. And again, I show you how to do the sun is really making me angry. show you how to do the joy. So it's all dark at the bottom and all light at the top using the same color thread that we used yesterday for the leaves. So that's fun. So there they all are. Jamie, I think I want to do them all. And then, so it's Holly Jolly Trees, and I think it's the Snow Joy. I think that's one kit, or one, these are 3-inch. But you can make the pattern bigger or smaller depending on if you zoom in or out. So you can size them yourself to whatever size you want. But these are 3-inch. And then the other one is the Noel Snowflake and the ornament. So those are the 2 different packs. And it'll just be the pattern. So you can go to YouTube and watch me stitch them up if you purchase it. And there's a limited number of kits left too. So that's fun. With the fun colored fabric. Okay, I think I'm just going to give up for the day. I'm going to finish this branch and then do a little bit later. I don't know what's going on with this one. I mean, it's really beautiful, but it's not very good for tutorial videos. Oh, goodness. Okay. So look for those ornaments tonight in the shop. Obviously, I'll post about it as well. But this is going to look so nice, isn't it? See if I can put my hand behind it, and then maybe you can see what it looks like. Oh, that's going to look beautiful. So no shame if you decide that you would like to do something different, meaning if you want to do the straight stitches. That's all from me. That's all I'm going to do today. So, goodness. That's what we have. So far, it's coming together. Eee, this is so exciting. Okay, so I hope you have a lovely Thursday. Yeah, I'm tying a knot because having this thread hang down is going to drive me crazy, and I'll just start again later tonight. So there we go. I'll try later tonight if I can, maybe before David comes home from work, to pop on live, and maybe I'll finish the rest of these for people in the States who can't wake up so early. So maybe this evening I'll try. It's only Thursday, Mel. So I hope you enjoyed. I cannot wait to see which way you choose to do. Everyone's hoops are looking so great. Be sure to tag me at the Barmy Fox with the line underneath, and use hashtag the Barmy Fox SAL. I'm not sure if it's working again yet. I know with the election they don't show the most recent posts on the hashtag anymore. So I know it works for me because I'm in England and that the election thing never affected our hashtags, but I know in the States some of the hashtags were not working. So hopefully keep using the hashtags, and I'll comment if I can, and be sure that you do the same. So enjoy your day, and I will talk with you later. Bye.